Many people call this the Dubai of Georgia. Welcome to Batumi. Since 2010, the city has gone through a major transformation. We're talking like the Fab Five meeting the city and giving it a makeover. A little bit of Sin City like Las Vegas, a little bit of Gold Coast like Australia. Well, in this episode, we go to this Black Sea tourist hub to discover what the joy, what the fun, what the lights are all about. So join us as we explore the Black Sea City. Okay, actually that's not the name, but let's go. So first of all, how do we get there? The drive from Tbilisi to Batumi is roughly 4.5 hours according to Google. But with actual traffic conditions, it is roughly 5.5 hours. Any driving involving more than 4 hours with a kid is a big no from me, so that's why we stopped in a city called Bakuriani, the ski area, in the middle before continuing to Batumi. Because it's a long ride, we had to fill in some petrol and then make our way past all of the cows. Bye, Daisy! And before we got to the actual location, we decided to make a pit stop at this highly rated Google restaurant, a seafood restaurant, which is roughly about 45 minutes north of Batumi. And we stopped here to enjoy the beautifully fresh caught black salmon trout, which you can see over here. And the grandmother babushka running this place recommended a big fish. So this is a local trout weighing roughly about 1.6.
No, 3 kgs.
Was it 3 kg? 3 kgs, and Nicholas gonna finish it all. After the lunch/dinner, since it was so large, we finally made it to our hotel, which was on the hilltop overlooking Batumi city. There are various reasons how we ended up at the place. One of the big things in selecting this place was this infinity pool with a view of the city. But additionally, finding a place in Batumi Central is kind of challenging. There was many reviews online saying the hotels and the actual room did not match, so rather than taking a risk when traveling with family, I decided to go with the place with the highest rating and a beautiful view. And talking about the view, this is the evening sunset view from the terrace of our hotel. It was beautiful, but it was a little bit too far. The actual driving distance to Batumi Central was 10 minutes away, so we decided to take a Bolt taxi on this occasion since the locals in Tbilisi said, don't drive in Batumi as it is very dangerous. Well, let's get back to how dangerous it is a bit later as we move further into the city to discover how it is at night. The Bolt ride into the city was smooth, and as you come into the city, you can see it's not too much traffic, and this was about 8:30 at night, and there's some horse carts and other various modes of transport available while inside the city. Good evening, we are in Batumi on the west coast of Georgia, next to the Black Sea, and this is a city very similar to Gold Coast, but with a Georgian twist of culture and classiness. With me is Noor Sabri, hitting the not pineapples, watermelons. It is 28 degrees and this place is pretty happening. Let me switch the camera around. So as you can see, the skyline is pretty happening. Yes. Some nice Gothic buildings, a statue up here. I don't know how much we can see of it. And we actually have a night market, and there's Nicola checking out the city. Casino right behind us. So yes, we're gonna go explore the city a bit at night, see what it's all about. Lots of Georgians actually on holiday, and I'm actually gonna call out who else I know is on holiday, but met lots of Georgian people while I was here. So all right, let's go check it out. Is that the one you saw? The Europe Square is a great central point in the city, but it is quite loud with the music pumping in the evening markets. So after spending some time digesting all the lights and the vibe of the city from the Europe Square, we decided to make our next move, which was head closer towards the water, the Black Sea. And by the way, this is a casino where my Bolt ride picked me up to take me for the 400 meters to the waterfront because I was still on crutches and wanted to manage my steps for the evening. Anyway, the drive through the city was a good idea, and Nicola and I enjoyed the view, the music, and she actually turned around and told me this was a new favorite trek. Well, that's a win. As you can see from this driving perspective, the traffic is light and the parking is tight. Welcome to the boulevard. This place also features a fountain which occupies the kids because they get to play in the water and stay cool. It also features the strip, not a club, I know it's a kids channel. The strip is basically the place where you do people watching as it has a lot of foot traffic.
Alright, we found ourselves a fountain and Nicola's doing her thing.
And check out the city. We got the Redison blue and a clock tower right behind it that keeps changing colors. And this is the actual port area. Behind this tree is the Ferris wheel. We'll go see it in a moment. Georgian flags flying high. And yeah, so most of this area has a bike lane and pedestrian area. So it is quite a lot of walking, but if you go wheels, you can ride. And there's also electric scooters around Batumi. That's an easy way to get around. So I'm going to do something really cheesy because this is a holiday with crutches. Like I mentioned earlier, for those tuning into this Armenia and Georgia series, is I got injured 2 days before the holidays and had to do the airport in a wheelchair assistance. Made it to Armenia, everything was great, but then I re-injured my toe. So not a great week or 2 weeks right now, but things are getting better. I just have to stay off my feet, no pain. So let's go check out the city while being slightly unable to walk, but that's fine. I'm gonna do something cheesy like I said, and that is we're gonna go on horseback. Watch this. Before my Game of Thrones moment on a horse, Nicola needed her moment of splish splash. I'm having a bath in the fountain as she joined the rest of the kids. Shout out to the Kazakhstani family I met at the fountains. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. At nighttime, this city is glowing and flowing. Closer to the waterfront, the music is pumping, and in front of us is the Alphabet Tower. And as I discovered, this is actually the main boulevard where it is pedestrian only and a lot of foot traffic. There is a Ferris wheel, a lighthouse, and a fountain show. There's a lot of things happening in the city, and that's why they call it the Dubai of Georgia, or as I called earlier, the Black Sea City. Let me know what you think of the name, the Black Sea City, in the comments. Anyway, there's a lot of lights, there's a lot of things to do in the evening in terms of observations, and I was surprised it was not busier than this. These two 8-meter statues is the Ali and Nino exhibition. Both of the statues actually merge into each other at certain times of the day, and you'll get to see this later on in the video. The story behind Ali and Nino is Ali is from Azerbaijan and Nino is a Georgian girl who fall in love, and this is the story about their love, amore. So this part of Batumi is lit. The music is pumping here, and a lot of these sunset tours actually return over here, and in the evening there's some boat parties as well. So there's a lot of activities to observe, engage, and get busy with, like the Ferris wheel. By the way, the horseback ride I mentioned, well, this area is pedestrian only, so riding a horse cart in here was prohibited. So we continued our exploration into the evening before catching a boat ride back to our hotel. As we arrived to a hotel close to midnight, this was the scene, and we decided to call it a night. So see you in the morning when we discover Batumi in the daylight. While in the evening, the remarkable personalities are showcased through the lights of each of the building. In the daytime, you get to enjoy the architectural design. Up until 2007, this city still held an active Soviet military base. But after 2010, construction started, and now we are seeing a transformed city that welcomed 2.6 million visitors in 2025. That is 23% of the 11.9 visitors that come to Georgia. The top 10 nationalities that visit Georgia is listed here on the right. And as you can see, a lot of the Russians, Turkish, and Armenians just drive over the border, which is quite convenient. The city is beautiful and has a lot of character. So to discover this even more intimately, we got down to the streets to have breakfast. We went to Green Street Cafe, which is very popular, and we got some coffee and some peanut butter cookies because the pancakes and egg options was not feasible as parking in the city is challenging. So after some takeaway breakfast, we made it to the beach, which is more of a pebble beach.
Okay. Hello.
This is around 10:30 in the morning, and as you can see, the beach is not too busy compared to what it could be around Europe. Anyway, the water was not too cold, but my daughter questioned whether she wanted to swim here because of the pebbles. As you saw earlier, there's a volleyball court and there's sand in the entrance area of the beach. Alongside the beach is Miracle Park, where you can see all of those monuments from the day before. Let's get to the boulevard. Once you get to the boulevard, there's people strolling. You can see the Ali and Nino statues merging together. Also, the Ferris wheel is always spinning, and this is a time lapse of Ali and Nino. They merge certain times of the day, so look online to see what is the best option. Because the Pebble Beach was not a hit with the family, we decided to go a bit further north on the coast to check out our beach options. This is how it looks like along the beachfront. As you can see, there's quite a large area between the road and the beach. And along the road you can find small boutiques where you can get all of the swimming beach essentials, from floaty toys, towels, ice cream to sunscreen. So this shops have it all, and it's conveniently placed. We had some other plan, which involved pursuing the rumor that there's a black beach up north. The drive involved 45 minutes, but eventually we got there while sightseeing and observing a lot of cows on the road. We have seen a lot of cows on the highway during this journey, so drive safely. After going past a few bridges, we're getting closer and closer to this black sand beach, and here it is. From the main road, there's a narrow road going straight to the beach, and because we saw so many tire tracks on the beach, we decided to park on the sand. As you can see, the black Toyota here in the background. This black sand beach was approved by my daughter. No more pebbles.
Swimming in the Black Sea, baby! Woo! Let's go!
Now let's talk about an important topic: parking on the beach on the sand. While we thought it was just an easy park and easy departure, we had a bit of a situation where the back wheels got stuck and started skidding in the sand. Not an ideal situation where rescue seemed very far away. Quick update. So, right over there, skid marks. The car got stuck. Noor, how was the situation, bro? Intense. So we got to get Noor to the caves and in a taxi back to Tbilisi, and the car was stuck, but we discovered the sports mode, and that's got us out of here. All right, small wins. This is where the car was stuck. By the way, the sports mode discovery was thanks to the Georgian guy in a Speedos who came and saved our asses at the beach. Thank you if you're watching. This is my attempt to get off the crutches and get into the ocean, to at least get my feet wet while Nicola enjoys his swim. This beach featured more of the Georgian population than tourists. Because we have a rule of safety numbers, Nicola managed to join two Georgian girls swimming in front of her. Overall, the beach experience here was much better when you can put your feet into the sand and there's not large crowds. It was a 10 out of 10 from my daughter, and 90 minutes later we decided to wrap it up and get to the next city, which is Kutaisi and the Prometheus Caves. Finally, as we depart Batumi, the question, was it easy driving in Batumi city? I have to say it was. Compared to Tbilisi, it was more of the same, and the roads are very modern. So get in there and get driving in Batumi. Thank you for watching. And do comment below if you have any questions about Batumi. Till the next episode, take care of yourself and be awesome.